Hello and welcome to another episode on the FoxyNoTail VIP server. I am Jasno and this is my base. I do want to start off this video with saying a big thank you to all of those who have watched so far. I truly appreciate the support I've gotten. Wasn't sure what to expect when I started doing this, but I have had a blast making these episodes, so I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have. Now, moving on to the agenda for this episode, I am going to be working on and finishing a lot of the farms at the industrial area. I do have a lot of ideas that I want to do and some new things that I've never tried before, so we'll see how those go. Also, I am going to be expanding my base a little bit. I want to get the ceiling in here hollowed out so I can put in the design I have in mind. I want to do something maybe with blackstone, polished basalt, just things like that. I want to make it darker with some hidden light sources maybe up there so it's not quite so black. But that's what I want to do, and I'm actually going to be starting first ever live stream in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to be doing that as well. So that's what I'll be working on, doing a live stream. So hopefully that goes well. I've never actually done one before. Hopefully I get the settings figured out. I think I've got it set. But this is another thing that I wanted to start doing, so it should be fun. I've seen a lot of streams. Obviously, Foxy streams is how I kind of got started in all this, but hopefully I'll have somebody come to join me. If not, I'll just be talking to myself, which is fine. I do that a lot anyway, so it's okay. But yeah, that's the agenda for today, and hopefully we can get some work done and keep building up the base. Here we go. I have made a pit stop at my skeleton spawner. Actually, it is a double skeleton spawner, which I have a turning killer on, which I have turned off because it is quite loud. But I stopped here to get some bone meal blocks, which I am in need of because of what I just finished building. So as you can imagine, if basically for every stack of arrows is a stack of bone I've already taken out, so quite a bit of arrows left behind. Not sure what to do with those, but this is always good to have, so we can create bone meal to go into our bone blocks, our stack of blocks here. So more than half a shulker full of bone blocks, so that is going to come in quite handy because I'm going to need a lot. I don't want to have to restock it much. Alright, well, I guess we got some more built up here, so we can go ahead and get rid of those real quick, and then we'll go to the farm that I built. So again, that's quite loud, I apologize. So a quick tour, I guess. There is a skeleton spawner up there and a skeleton spawner down here behind that wall. And of course my storage system is down there. The water stream coming up that collects both of them at the same time. And then this is the only spot you can stand on that will activate both spawners. So they are just on the edges of the limits. But anywhere in this spot will be fine, which is why I put down these. To kind of give you a better place to stand in. And of course you can trigger this. Experience does come out, hold the looting 3 sword, and I get bone and arrows. So that is quite convenient, and we will need a lot of bone meal. So let's go check out the farm. As you can see behind me, I have finished my bamboo farm that I postponed and procrastinated about until the iron farm was done. But I finished it, and I went with a design that is a little bit different. It's not optimized for efficiency for sure. The bamboo grows on the outside, and the pistons, goodness, the pistons are put onto, they're actually on a timer. So I've got my collection system down here. Quite a bit has come through so far. I don't know why some is getting stuck in there, but so I have this set here. I have the whole farm turned off right now, so it's actually not going to utilize the etho hopper clock. But if I turn this on, that means that the outside will start to break that. So as they grow, they will get broken down into the collection system. And this one I will show you now is what I need the bone meal for. So you turn that on, and as you can see and hear, it will start generating bamboo. Pretty good rate. It does have to go through quite a few hoppers, but so this is my active section of the farm. I did a little bit of work on this. Well, not a little bit. I've worked on this for the second half of the day today. Inside is not too common. So here's the etho hopper clock that kind of goes back and forth. I've got a full 5 stacks of rotten flesh in there just to kind of push that to the outer limits of time. And then this, once it empties on this side only, so it doesn't trigger anything on this side, only on this side. Once this triggers and powers this, it goes through here and will actually come up into this using more redstone torches. And each side has a repeater going into the pistons to break the bamboo. So this will all activate at once, and then that is my little workaround to jump over the etho hopper clock. And then this leads up to that, which is what I really like, because if I can get up there, I'll block myself off a little bit trying to get up here. Goodness, come on now. Wait, what in the world? Go up, there we go. Hey, success. So this is the area I have made a dispenser system. So inside here you can see, if I break into this, I've got 4 bamboo growing here, dispensers for the bone meal, and observers looking at each one to trigger and break it when it gets to the top. So for every bone meal that is used, it is going to make, I gotta get my bone meal out. Every bone meal that is used is going to make 1 bone meal. So the return is not great, but it'll be sufficient for our purposes because I have plenty of bone meal. So go ahead and fill up these. So for every bone block, that is going to be what, roughly half a chest, I guess. So we can go ahead and do more and just fill in each one of these. Actually, yeah, we should have plenty of, oh my goodness. So as you can see, I have made an auto clicker with my mouse, turbo clicker, but it does get stuck every now and then, and I can't figure out how to stop that. So there's 1 chest. I've got a chest going in each hopper going in each dispenser. So this should run for a good bit of time. Go ahead and make another couple of these down into this. And we can get these loaded because they are getting low already from what I did before. So we can load all of these in, and this, it worked pretty quickly. I did have a little bit of issues. Nope, not my bone, not my shovel. Oh my goodness, this auto clicker is almost not worth it. All right, so full on that one. See if I can squeeze it. Nope, can't do it. All right. As I built this earlier, my son laughed at me many times as I fell off because I just don't have the. Okay, so 3rd time's the charm, I'm sure. How about we go this way? Right, there we go. And of course I have forgotten the bone blocks. Alright, so that didn't work. Alright, so I might as well just fill all of this up, because why not? Hey, there we go. So with this, like I said, I worked out, I wanted to try something different. I'm not really worried about efficiency. I don't care to have the best farm that there is for the bamboo. I just wanted to have something, because I've never built one before, and I enjoy building things. So I built this more for decoration. That's why it's got the outside, so I can let it grow up, and then it'll be full out there. And you can see, I think it looks pretty good too. So you can see everything from the outside once it's grown up. You can tell what it's for, and then the inside is really where the magic happens, I guess. I had tried on a creative world to put rows inside of this, so having everything put in to where the bamboo, like on the outside, would layer it inside. I tried to minimize the redstone on the wall right here, and it just didn't seem to have, I mean, maximizing it was just too much of a headache. I didn't really, like I said, didn't care too much about whether or not it was perfect. I just wanted it to be working, and I wanted to add some redstones, sticking with the hidden theme of the superhero base type thing. I wanted to make it to where you didn't really see the mechanics of it, so that's why the inside is hidden, where you can't see that part, and there's no glass panes where you can see through it. So this should be good to go now, just about full. Everything is kind of loaded in, and that'll work for now. So I guess just a quick rundown. You've just got a little repeater clock right here that goes into this block. That is what is funneling down to make sure all of the dispensers work. And then on top you've got the observers that are powering the pistons. So that's just set to where that will happen every time it gets up top. And it does go around a little bit of a circle. It's kind of a repeater clock inside, but not necessarily a clock. But that is the inside, and of course I've got it all leading into the hopper system. This picks up the bamboo on the outside once the outside mechanism turned on, and it all goes into the same chest system. So I'm pretty pleased with it. I do like coming up with my own systems. This one I didn't overcomplicate it too much, I don't believe, or at least the final product. But yes, you can turn the outside on there, and then light to let you know that it's on or off, and then this again turns on the auto dispenser. So it does go pretty quickly. I mean, that's a pretty fair pace for these things. So if I were to turn this on and just leave it running as I'm doing other things, of course you got the iron farm going, it will build up pretty quickly, but I think we're good for now. I'll leave that off, and I'm gonna go to sleep before a creeper blows me up again. Alright, there we go. So yeah, that's the bamboo farm that I've built, and I'm pretty pleased with it. I'll give you a quick fly around to see what it looks like. Hey, first try. So I do like how it is pretty prominent in the sky. I want to build up everything kind of where you can build it around it. I want to build a bigger structure around the whole thing, maybe a glass dome or something like that once it's all completed. But like I said, I think it'll look nice when the bamboo fully grows up and it all is just kind of sitting in there, because we have it blocked off at 10. So it grows almost max height. I think max height is 12 potentially. And then that way you can tell what it is. And then, you know, it's basically like a giant cube farm, and the inner workings is what you use mostly. So I enjoyed building it. I hope you enjoyed looking at it. And now we can move on to something else. What are we going to build next? Last night I got bored and decided to go on another raiding adventure, except this time I went to the end. So let's check out what I got. Pretty good haul, I would say. I only found one unclaimed ship though, unfortunately, so I only got one pair of Elytra, but I do have an extra pair now, so don't have to spend money on that. But more importantly, these beautiful little purple things here, that is what I needed the most. I've also got some diamonds, things like that, and then a bunch of diamond gear that I probably will never actually use. So pretty good haul overall. I am quite pleased, and now I can make more shulkers for my empty shulker chest. Yay! So after I finished building my bamboo farm, I started brainstorming about what else I could do with this bone meal, because I have actually gone back to the skeleton farm and AFK'd there for quite a while one day, and I got almost 2 shulkers of bone blocks, so I've got quite a bit of bone meal, and I'm just trying to think of other things to do. And I didn't really know much, and then I started to look at terracotta, because, not for bone meal, but I'm decorating this area with terracotta because, sneak peek, because this is the area I'm on the Mesa, so I wanted to decorate with terracotta, which honestly I don't like using because it's very blocky and there's not a lot of variations, and it's just the glazed and the regular terracotta. I don't know. I don't know if I like it yet, but I started working wood in. And this is what I've done with this one. So I have decorated this a little bit. This is now my flower farm for dyes, I suppose. I don't know. As you can see, there's a good bit of dye. That's our flowers of... Where'd the yellow come from? So that's weird. I don't know where that came from. I didn't use that yet. So yeah, these are the flower farm that I've got. So I will back up a little bit. Decorated this one a little bit more. So instead of leaving it all just kind of blocking. Let me know what you think. Did I decorate well? Did it need more? Is it too much? This is the redstone system for this. So what I decided to do, started thinking about flowers. And I know you have to bone meal flowers. You put a flower down, you bone meal it, and it can create 1 to I think 4 or 5 flowers. So every time you bone meal it, you get more flowers, and then that's how you can actually get more flowers per dye. So the micro farm I have for the wheat and carrots and potatoes only works on the 2 tall flowers. It doesn't actually work on these flowers because it is too small of an area. It only has 1 grass block, so you need more grass blocks for it to spawn into. So what I did, I started off with that. I was like, all right, I know I need ground, the grass to grow the flowers on. And then I figured out, well, how can I get the flowers to break? So you move that back and forth. Let me just show you what it does. So my thought process was that. And then I went from that to moving this back and forth. I've got a little system that clock going this way, clock going this, actually reading the bone meal in the dispenser. I've got this filling the bone meal so it always has a strong signal. And then you come here and you just basically hold down the button. And as you go, it dispenses. Oh, there's the yellow flowers. Wow, that's weird. So poppies apparently also grow dandelions. Bedrock. Yeah, sure, I don't know why. But anyways, underneath these grass blocks, I actually have hopper mine carts that pick up everything. So everything's pretty, the only way you lose stuff is some may come on top of that comparator. Everything else is pretty walled off, so it goes down in there. But it collects everything as it moves back and forth. And of course, you can turn it back off here, and it shuts it down. So it's not too laggy. But as you can see, just in that little bit, I mean, I've already got a whole lot of red poppies. So it works pretty well. Now, the 2 tall flowers it does do as well, but that is a little bit not as good of a return on your investment. Oh wait, I forgot to put this there. So it doesn't actually do it anymore because it has to be 2 tall. But like I said, I can use the micro farm for that, or I can just get rid of that block and use that. So you can use 2 tall flowers as well. But for this, you can just put in pretty much anything you need, and you will get the flowers back. So it works pretty fast, pretty quickly, and it's another good way of using the bone meal. So I enjoyed making this. I like making new things. I've never seen one of these before. I don't know if anybody else has ever made one. But I did enjoy making this, building something new, starting from the ground, from the different theories that I come up with. So it was a fun build to make. I enjoyed doing things like this. This is why I like this game so much, is because you can make things that no one else has ever thought of, or different ways of doing it. It may not be the most efficient way. I'm not sure if there's a better way to do these clocks, things like that. But I mean, I did figure out how to use just the one dispenser as a comparator coming off both sides. So it's a pretty fun thing to do. So if you'd like to see this, to look at it, there's a decent view of it, I guess. But yeah, so it comes to the pistons that just, these are not sticky pistons, they just push back and forth. So pushes one way, then pushes back the other. So it's pretty simple stuff. But I like it. I like new things. I've never made something like this before. I don't know what I'll need all the dye for. Maybe I can open a shop and compete with Lofty, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, so that is my new flower farm, and we can figure out something else now to build. I think I'm going to build a new mob farm, actually. I'm thinking about a mob farm straight up in the middle here, either 4 chunks wide. I'm not sure yet. Maybe a square of 4 chunks. This will be the biggest one I've ever built. So we'll see. But that's what is planned next. And I'm going to start gathering resources for that. I need lots and lots of blocks for that. So as I run around and collect many stone and things, you can see one of the advantages of having a bamboo farm is lots and lots of scaffolding. So I had a live stream, my first live stream actually. Some of you may have been there. I think it went pretty well. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you think it went. But I started this, although I did not get nearly as much of this done as could have. Got distracted by many things, but I have almost finished clearing out the inside of my plateau. This area here is giving me a little bit of trouble because of the waterfall I have on the other side. So I don't know if I'm going to push the waterfall back some and have more space in here, or if I'm going to just leave that like it is and kind of work around it. So I think I'm leaning towards leaving it there because give it kind of a more of a personality in here. So have a big part coming off. Maybe that'll be a low-hanging stalactite or something like that. But everything else is pretty well cleared out. As you can see, I've got scaffolding everywhere. Many scaffoldings. So this is all coming along pretty well. So I want to start decorating this soon. So I'm gonna have to go start resource gathering because I'm gonna need a lot of blocks, I believe, to get this. But on that note, I do actually have lots and lots of stone. So I've been organizing my inventory as well. I've got all of these blocks in here. Boxes of things, and then on this side over there you can see some more. So quite a few blocks I've got from digging this out, obviously. But yeah, I think it's coming along. It's a little bit jagged up top. I think I'm gonna leave some of that there, but I want that so I can have some more texture to everything. I don't want it to have just a slope. I don't want it to be very even. I want it to be kind of janky and jagged looking. So this is all a little bit straight for me, but I can add then to that when I start decorating. I'm probably going to start from the top and work my way down. So yeah, so that's coming along quite well. And I got to get rid of all this scaffolding. But other than that, good lord, it really is a lot of scaffolding. Oh, that kind of looks cool, but in and of itself, though, it's kind of like a construction site for like an ancient civilization discovery or a cave or something like that. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go. But that is going to be what I work on in the next episode. I think this one is going to be about it. I think that's going to be all I have time for today. So as I just check this to see, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I have a lot of stuff left to do. I did build some more redstone in here. I've got a little bit more work in there for my little escape route from my house up top. But other than that, I think that is pretty much finished. So I will end it there, I believe. So once again, if you've watched so far up to this point, thank you again for watching. I appreciate it if you liked the video, like the farms. Leave a like, please, if you liked it a lot. Go ahead and maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Spread the word. I do appreciate all the support I've gotten so far, as I said before. Also, if you didn't know, it's relatively new this week, I guess. Like I said before, I am live streaming on Twitch now, so you can find me on Twitch at JaznoGaming, just like YouTube. And I'm going to try to stream every Tuesday and Thursday. You can check the schedule on there as well, so depending on your time zone. But that is all for today, so I appreciate it, guys, and I will catch you later. Thank you.